Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It is November 30th, 2015. The Monday night football game that will kick off shortly is the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. And this game is interesting for a number of reasons. If you're not aware, the Baltimore Ravens football team began in 1995 when the Cleveland Browns lost their team, becoming the Baltimore Ravens. Years later, the Browns would regain their team. So both teams connected to the Cleveland Browns. What else is interesting is in their last matchup on October 11th, earlier this season, the Browns won 33-30. This was the 33rd time these teams had played each other in their franchise history, and the winner scored 33 points. It was the third time in the history of the teams that the winning team had 33 points in their 33rd matchup. Tonight's game comes exactly 50 days after the earlier matchup, October 11th. This is the season of Super Bowl 50. That number 119 for a month and 19 days also stands out. This is an important number to the people who control the NFL. On CBS earlier this year, they had a 119-day countdown to the Super Bowl, and I haven't seen them do a countdown on any other week, just the week that it was 119 days. Know that the phrase all seeing eye equals 119, so does Star of David, the symbol of the Zionists who control the NFL, who control these media networks. 119, a very special number to these people. So tonight is Monday Night Football. The game will be in M&T Park in Cleveland. Cleveland has gematria of 33. M and T, M is the 13th letter, T is the 20th, M plus T sums to 33. It's also Monday Night Football, which it looks like I forgot to write up here. M the 13th letter, N the 14th, F the 6th, added together, MNF has a gematria of 33. The date numerology for the game on October 11th, looking to see if anything was interesting there. Nothing stands out too much. It was a date with 29 numerology. Football has a Pythagorean gematria of 29. It was also a date with 36 numerology. The final score was 33-30, a sum of 63, the reflection. These things could be coincidence. The game was also in October, the only month with 33 gematria, the 33rd time they played, 33-30. What's interesting about the number 36 is when you sum 1 through 36, it totals 666, 36 numbered spaces on the roulette wheel. Football in Pythagorean gematria, F, O, and X are the letters that all break down to 6. F is the 6th letter, O is the 15th, 1 plus 5 becomes 6, X is the 24th, 2 plus 4 becomes 6. I bring that up because when you see XXX, that's a way to represent 666. FOO also breaks down to 666. Everybody knows that the name football is a strange name. In letters to numbers, it becomes more interesting. It's a game of 11 on 11, 22 men on the field. A game created by Freemasons who have an obsession with 33. This gematria is an obsession of theirs as well. And when you see how it's been used throughout history, it sheds a lot of light on things. From today's game till Super Bowl 50 is a span of 69 days, or 9 weeks and 6 days. That means that from the first game, like we talked about, span of 119 days, that special number to the Zionists, the games being 50 days apart. Since the Browns won this game 33-30 over the Ravens, they have not won since. They have lost every game. Tonight will be their latest opportunity to win. We will see if the Browns can win, but something tells me it'll be the Ravens ball game tonight. In the history of both teams, these are the other games where the score was 33 points. There have only been 3 where the winners were 33. The Browns have won 2 of those. The first time it ever happened was the 9th time. The 9th time the teams met, 33-13. Ravens over the Browns. The next time was the 18th time they played. The Browns won 33-30, just like they won at the beginning of this season. And the reason 9 and 18 for the number of games in order of played is interesting is because they both have numerology of 9. 9 is, of course, 9. 18 is 1 plus 8 equals 9. Tonight is the 34th game between the two teams, and 34 is the 9th Fibonacci number. Little math lesson there. When they played earlier this season, McCown had 36 completions on the date with 36 numerology for the win. Cleveland had 83 yards rushing the ball. The word football has a gematria of 83. We're going to talk more about that number in just a moment. 33 targets on the game for Baltimore in the losing effort. 50 for the Browns. Again, the season of Super Bowl 50. Their games coming 50 days apart. Some things could be a coincidence, but these games are more tightly scripted than most people would know, and I have been revealing that in all sports by doing this kind of research right here. Some stuff is a lot more conclusive than others, I acknowledge that, but it's interesting to look at it just to get the bigger picture. With regards to the span of 9 weeks and 6 days in the games, go back up here, there's a point here I want to make with this. 9 weeks, 6 days, or 69 days. Vince Lombardi, who the Super Bowl trophy is named after, died unexpectedly the day before the September 1970 games would begin. He died September 3rd, 1970. He died with 96 wins. This is a special number to the Freemasons. The NFL was created by Freemasons. It is run by Freemasons. Freemason has gematria of 96. Just like the number of wins he had in the regular season, teams now play for the Vince Lombardi Trophy, named after his death. ESPN has this article about how tonight's game's a bad draw. Here's what I noticed about tonight's game that made me think why it might be scheduled for Monday Night Football. First of all, Cleveland is a city with 33 gematria, which fits with the whole MNF 33 theme. The other reason why is because it'll be a Harbaugh brother in Ohio when this same weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, Jim Harbaugh, the brother of the Ravens coach, was playing Ohio State. John Harbaugh is the coach of the Baltimore Ravens. Jim Harbaugh is the coach of Michigan. Michigan played Ohio State this weekend, and they got beat real good. We were just talking about Freemason. Freemason's 42 the small way, 96 the big way. So one Harbaugh brother lost to Ohio this weekend. I have a feeling John Harbaugh of the Ravens is going to beat Ohio this week. If the Ravens do lose tonight, and I'm mistaken, remember this, that both Harbaugh brothers lost to Ohio over this weekend. The reason that's interesting is because Ohio is one of two states with a gematria of 47. The other is Nevada. This year, the Republican presidential debate, the first one was in Ohio. The first Democratic one was in Nevada. The word president has a gematria of 47. And the Republican and Democratic debates were in the 47 states. Anyhow, first Super Bowl in the 47th season of the league, the Harbaugh brothers faced each other in Super Bowl 47, 49ers Ravens, with a highly scripted finish. That was the Super Bowl with the 33-minute blackout in New Orleans. 33-minute blackout. Remember the 33s tonight. Cleveland Monday Night Football in Ohio with the 47 gematria. Since the first video I've done, which is 900 videos ago, I've said 33, 47, 74. The numbers often paired together. You know who won Super Bowl 47? John Harbaugh. John has a gematria of 47. Jim lost. Jim has a gematria of 32. Like NFL, like the number of teams in the league. So here's all the games. They're truly worth 33. Tonight will be the 34th. You can come to my blog and count it yourself if you don't believe me. It is a fact. The numerology of tonight's game, I was looking to see if there's any connections. Both the October 11th game and tonight's game have a numerology connection of 56. We'll see if that number pops out at all tonight. It's one of those numbers with 11 numerology. Could be a coincidence. The reason I think Baltimore is going to win tonight is because of the standings. This is what it comes down to for me and my decision truth seeker. If Baltimore wins tonight, they will improve to 4-7 in Ohio, which equals 47. We just talked about how important this number is to the league. First Super Bowl in the 47th season. The spacing this year reminding us of the Super Bowl. If Cleveland loses tonight, they'll be 2-9. Football equals 29 the small way. Ohio's the birthplace of football. 4-7 and 2-9 seems very fitting. If Cleveland won, both teams would become 3-8. Football equals 83 the big way. 38's the reflection. I see something there. It's just not as strong as this 47 and 29, plus everything else. Also, we'll talk about why 34 is a favorable number for the Ravens in just a moment. Repeats of information I already gave you. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting, Truth Seeker. I want to show you what's up with the 83 in tonight's game. Remember, football equals 83, the face of the league, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady with the 8-3 connections. Tom Brady's born on August 3rd. Peyton Manning's born on the 83rd day of the year. First ever Super Bowl was on a date with 83 numerology. The Ravens this week lost Joe Flacco to an injury, and he's being replaced by Matt Schaub. Notice that Joe Flacco has gematria of 34. Tonight's the 34th game between the two teams. I'm not saying Joe Flacco's not really hurt, but the league has a history of scripting injuries by the numbers. I want to show you all what's up with Joe Flacco and Matt Schaub. This is Trippy Truth Seeker. The name Joseph Vincent Flacco, his birth name, has gematria of 83, this number for football, a number attached to other quarterbacks who have been even more successful than him. Joe Flacco, though, has been at the top of the league, having this special number. A Super Bowl champion himself. His life numbers are interesting. United States of America has a connection to 102. America's game. 31, the 11th prime. It's a game of 11 on 11. He comes out of Delaware. That's where he played his college ball out. Delaware with the gematria of 33. Delaware's establishment date, a date with 33 numerology. The first state, only 3 states have numerology of 33, or gematria. The first, Delaware, the 50th and final, Hawaii, and the 6th, Massachusetts. His replacement tonight is 34-year-old Matt Schaub. He also has this 34 number, 34th matchup between the two teams. His birth name, Matthew Rutledge Schaub, has the exact same gematria as Joe Flacco, 83, and with the S exception, 92. A perfect match. Similar life numbers, a hair off. I have a feeling tonight the Ravens will win something like 27-23. I think there might be a tribute to 50. If you want to come read my blog post, a fellow reader has come up with a lot of very interesting information to check out. So that's the message, Truth Seeker. Until next time.